So I wanted to read something that I thought was of interest. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Wow. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Nice backdrop. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that song that he sang inspired me to come up with that melody spontaneously. I never sang.
因为刚刚 Gaudiya 唱的那个歌曲的调子，所以让 Prabhu 连结的自发性的唱的这个调子。
I never sang that before.
就是 Prabhu 从来没有唱过这个调子。
That
开了耶。
That was invented here.
新发明是。
再讲讲它有声音吗？
哈利波，哈利波，哈利波。
你要使劲说话，要大声。
哈利波。电到你。
OK， come。
有在框框里哈。有在框框。他有一次我这样切了一半。
So, whoa. So, there's a verse in Bhagwat Gita.
在《Bhagwat Gita》里面有一首诗节。
Patra pushpalam palam toyam offer me a leaf, fruit, flower, or water.
你们向我供奉一朵花啦，一片叶子啦，一杯水啦，只要是真诚的奉爱，我都会接受。
We're going to read a commentary on that verse.
我们在读这节诗的注解，
It's very interesting.
很有意思的。
Now, this commentary is describing the story of Sudama.
这描述这个苏达玛这个故事。
Sudama went to visit Krishna.
苏达玛去拜访 Krishna。
He was very poor.
他是很贫穷的。
And he brought, all he could afford was with some, what they call chip rice, like cracked rice.
他穷到连那个米买到的米都是那种碎米。
And Krishna appreciated the rice.
那是 Krishna 很感激他送的这个碎米。
So we're going to find out why.
我们来看他为什么呢？
So it's the middle of the purport, but it's in the story where Krishna's asking, "Did you bring something for me?" Because Sudama didn't want to give it to Krishna because it wasn't good.
这个现在我们讲的是它里面的中间开始的部分，前面有一小段了。那就是说他去看 Krishna 就想说你带了什么东西给我啊？
So this verse is a reply to Sudama's anxiety that his bringing such an offering was ill-considered.
这个诗节里面说到，就是说这个让这个苏达玛是这么的焦虑，因为他在想说要送 Krishna 什么东西。
The use of the words bhakta, prayachiti, and bhaktya uparitam may seem redundant since they both mean offered with devotion.
就这两个词呢，他
Prayachiti and bhaktya uparitam.
Bhaktya uparitam 这两个字呢，就代表就是说呢，是用这么奉爱的心呢来供奉给我。
But bhaktya can indicate how the Lord reciprocates.
Bhaktya 指示的就是说主是怎么样跟他交流的。
The devotional mood of whoever offers him something with love.
就是说奉爱的心态呢，都是以爱来供奉的。
So listen, this is interesting
大家注意听，这很有意思的，
and important.
而且很重要。
In other words,
换句话说
Lord Krishna here declares
，Krishna 在这里宣称了，
that his reciprocation in a pure, loving exchange is not dependent on the external quality of what is offered.
Krishna 跟奉献者的交流呢，看在外观上的这所谓外观的品质。
Something may or may not be impressive and pleasing in its own right.
就是说那些东西有时候看起来不是让人家印象深刻，是印象深刻对他来讲是次要的。
But when my devotee offers it to me in devotion,
当我的奉献者以奉爱来供奉给我的时候，
with the expectation that I will enjoy it,
而且期望我会去享受这个东西，
it gives me great pleasure.
这个给我很大的快乐。
In this regard, I make no discrimination.
在这个部分呢，我是不会去分辨的。
The verb ashnami, I eat, implies that Lord Krishna eats even a flower.
这个字呢 ，ashnami， 这个字表示到 Krishna 说，快乐到他连给他的花他都吃掉。
Which is supposed to be smelled, not eaten.
甚至这个花其实只是让人家闻一闻而已，有些甚至没办法闻。
Bewildered as he is by the ecstatic love he feels for his devotee.
他受到他奉献者对他的爱而感到迷惑。
In other words,
另外一个字词，
you love somebody, here, take this.
你如果爱某个人说拿着吧，
And the love is making you crazy, and you offer a flower, and
你爱那个人，他给你一朵花，你都觉得着迷，疯了。
Krishna enjoys it because it's saturated with love.
因为 Krishna 非常享受这样的感觉，因为他感觉这种爱在里面。
Someone might then question the Lord.
有人可能就质问这个主，
Quote,
然后这里有一个引言。
So will you refuse an offering made to you by a devotee of some other deity?
Will you
will you refuse an offering made to you by a devotee of some other deity?
就问着说，你会不会拒绝其他的奉献者供奉给其他神像的这些东西？
Like let's say you're a Durga worshipper or a Shiva worshipper.
比方说去崇拜 Durga 这个物质能量女神啊，或是希瓦神的这些东西。
Someone who's not worshiping you, but may make an offering, they're a devotee of a demigod, will you accept it?
就是说，他本来不是对你这个供奉的。
Will you refuse it?
就是说，他们去崇拜这希瓦啦、Durga 这些其他的半神人的话呢，他们这样给你的，你会不会接受？
The Lord answers, yes, I will refuse to eat it.
主回答说：“是的，我会拒绝的，我不会去吃这些东西的。”
This the Lord states by the phrase prayatatmana,
prayatatmana,
implying only by devotional service to me can one become pure in heart.
只有以奉爱之心来对我崇拜供奉的话，他的心肠才会净化。
So there's a related story to this.
这边有相关的故事。
And there was a devotee, he was growing tulsi plants.
有个奉献者在这个种这图拉西这个树。
When you offer to Krishna, you put a tulsi leaf.
当我们向 Krishna 供奉东西的时候，我们会放图拉西叶子。
On the preparations.
就是那些菜肴啊东西。
So he thought he should put a whole mountain of tulsi.
他看到
He is Krishna.
The devotee was there was a gardener gardening for tulsi.
那个就是这个奉献这个图拉西花园的园丁呢，他是在放了满盘都是图拉西叶子，堆得像山一样。
He thought his service was the most important.
他认为这个服务是最重要的。
So his vision was piles of tulsi on Krishna's plate.
所以他满脑子满心想的就是给 Krishna 这个全部图拉西叶子堆得像山一样。
So he was pretty puffed up.
所以他很骄傲。
He went to Srila Prabhupada.
所以这个人就去到 Prabhupada 那里。
Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada.
How many tulsis should we put on each plate?
哎呀，我们要放多少片的图拉西叶子
Prabhupada said, 1.
Prabhupada 很酷，一片叶子。当什么都没了。
You can't impress Krishna by something external.
所以你不能用外在的这种情况来让 Krishna 就去给 Krishna 任何印象。
One time, a devotee tried to impress Prabhupada.
曾经有一次，有个奉献者想要给 Prabhupada 制造一点印象。
He made a book cover.
他做了书的封面。
And then he gave Prabhupada the book cover. It's beautiful.
那个他刚刚给 Prabhupada 看的时候，那个封面非常漂亮。
And Prabhupada said, "What's this for?"
Prabhupada 问他说：“这是做什么用的？”
And during class, devotees used to put their books on the floor. So he thought he'd make a book cover. So you shouldn't put the book on the floor.
所以呢 ，shouldn't.
Should not.
Yeah. 就是说有一次在讲课的时候，那个奉献者呢，就是因为他觉得那个书的封面太漂亮了，他就给它放在地上。但是你原则上是你不能把书放在地上。
So he says, Prabhupada, it's a book cover. So when you put your book on the floor, it won't be on the floor. And Prabhupada said, I don't put my book on the floor.
You put the books on the floor and then.
He said, Prabhupada, here's a book cover. So when you put your book on the floor, it won't be on the floor. It will be on the book cover. And Prabhupada said, I don't put my book on the floor. In other words, he smashed him.
就是这个奉献者说，Prabhupada，我做这个书的封面，就是当你把书放在地上的时候，这个书不会碰到地板上啊。那 Prabhupada 就说，我从来不会把书放在地上的，就是说。
And the devotee thought, this is going to be the best gift Prabhupada has ever been given. And Prabhupada is going to say, thank you, this is the most wonderful gift. And instead, Prabhupada just made him feel like an ant.
那这个奉献者想说，我这是所有最好的礼物给 Prabhupada，然后呢，他想 Prabhupada 一定会很好的称赞他， 这么漂亮的书啊，书的封面啊，结果泡泡说的一点都不像什么，让他觉得就比小蚂蚁还微不足道。
So he was feeling lower than a blade of grass.
所以让这奉献者感觉他是比一根小草还要卑微。
And he had a bag, and he said, "What else did you bring?"
那他这个人包包里还有东西，泡泡问他说：“你还带了什么东西啊？”
And now the devotee's false ego was completely smashed, so he was in a humble state.
那个时候呢，这奉献者假我完全被摧毁了，所以非常谦
He
卑。
said, "Prabhupada, I brought a mango."
他跟泡泡说：“我带了一个芒果。”
And Prabhupada said, "Oh, mango,
泡泡这时
king
候，
of fruits." He
泡
was
泡
so
这时候
happy.
快乐掉了。芒果啊，这是水果之王啊！哇！
So when he came humbly, Prabhupada accepted it. When he came full of pride, Prabhupada just smashed him.
所以当他很谦卑的走向灵性导师的时候，泡泡接受；但是他如果说是傲慢的时候呢，泡泡马上把他的假我摧毁。
And there are many stories like this,
有很多像这类的故事，
where Krishna would take simple offerings from his devotees and reject very opulent offerings from those who weren't his devotees.
所以很多例子是这样，科长会接受奉献者很简单的、单纯、真诚的这些供奉，但是呢，即使你很富裕呢，但是你一点都不真诚或是傲慢的话，科长会拒绝的。
So it says in this story that Sudama, he brought this rice. They were very poor, so it was very cheap, broken rice.
那苏达玛去看科长的时候，因为苏达玛很穷，所以他只能找出一点点碎米啊。
So for Sudama to bring some rice, it's practically all he had. So he was like giving like everything almost that he had.
对苏达玛来讲呢，他这些税米几乎就是他所有的，所以也是他一方面觉得就这么多了，再也不好意思。
So Krishna really enjoyed that rice.
Krishna 非常的享受他带来的这些税米。
He was like, this is it. This
就是
is the,
哇，这太好了，
This is really
太棒了。
I think it was raw, right?
但是我想 Krishna 吃的时候，那个米还是生的，可是 Krishna 好像是吃太甜美的这个米饭，哇！
Whatever it was, it definitely wasn't delicious.
不管它是怎么样情况，肯定不好吃。
But Krishna was eating the bhakti,
但是 Krishna 在吃的是这个人的这个奉爱，
just like
就是这样子的。
if we gave you like 3 or 4 preparations.
比方我们给你3、4道菜
It's the same preparation cooked by 3 or 4 different people.
同一种菜呢，但是3个或4个奉献者分开，他们煮的同一种菜，
Which one would taste the best?
你会觉得哪一个味道最好？
The one cooked by your mother
你会觉得像如果说是你妈妈煮的
or your wife,
或是你老婆煮的，
as long as you like your wife.
除非你不爱你的老婆，
But you could taste the difference, right?
你吃的味道会不一样，
Can't you?
不是吗？
This was cooked
你爱的人那个味道
the
特
mother's
别的味
love
道，
cooked this. I can taste this love.
就像母亲对孩子的爱，在这个饭菜里面都会有这种感觉所以你品尝到的。
Krishna is tasting the bhakti.
所以 Krishna 在品尝也是这些奉爱。
And that's why we were talking today about motivation, why you do something.
这就是我们今天说到为什么这个，就说你的动机，你为什么做这些事，
That's the most important.
这是最重要的，
Yes?
是吧？
Yes.
So in that verse, Krishna is saying, if there's bhakti, I'll eat it. If there's no bhakti, then
所以这件事换白话说，就是说，如果这里有奉爱，我就会吃；没有奉爱，我就不吃了。
I said, no, I refuse. There's no bhakti here. I won't eat it.
所以这个表示说，这里没有奉爱，这个东西我不吃
I'm
了。
not interested in eating. I don't need to eat. I have a spiritual body. I'm God. I don't have to eat.
就像说我是神啊，我也不需要吃东西啊，对吃也没兴趣，我要的只是这个奉爱。
But if there's bhakti on it, that's what I like. I'll eat that.
那如果这里面有奉爱的话，我就喜欢啦，我就会去吃了，
Yes?
是吧？
So Sure, of course. Yeah.
Yes, sir. 是的。Yes, my Lord.
And we were talking, I guess today or yesterday. Yesterday, last night we were talking how Prabhupada accepted service from people who were doing the service wrong.
我们昨天或是今天有提到，就是说泡泡会接受有些服务，即使说是他们做错了，他还是接受。
So what was he accepting?
他所接受的是什么？
He was accepting the sincerity.
他接受的是他们的真诚。
That's what he saw.
就是见到这个人的真诚。
And then later on, he would, like years later, he would correct them. When they were ready to, when they were more mature and they could be corrected, he would correct them.
但是呢，最开始泡泡这样接受，但是可能这些奉献者比较成熟了，泡泡就会开始去纠正他们。
Yes?
是吧？
是的。
Yes, sir. My Lord.
It's a really nice story.
这有一个很好的故事。
One devotee was serving Prabhupada.
有一个奉献者在服务着泡泡。
By undergoing all kinds of personal inconvenience.
他去的地方有很多都设备不足啦，不方便。
It's really difficult.
有些情况真的也是很困难。
Hot weather, austere conditions.
有些地方天气非常的酷热呀，那很苦修啊。
And she was cooking for Prabhupada in India.
曾经有就是有一个人在这个印度让帮泡泡做饭的。
And to cook his lunch, she had to get money from the treasurer, go shopping on the other side of the Ganges, and cook on a stove on the floor.
就是说这个马特记呢，他就是什么都要包办，然后去到就是说，比方说去到那个你要坐船坐那个3轮车去菜市场买菜，然后回来呢煮饭呢，就是那种以前那个砖块做起来小灶啊，要生火。
Really, really difficult.
很困苦啊，还要生火啊，
She was
扇着炊烟。
She was ready to give up.
他已经觉得太难了，准备要放弃了。
So this day she was ready to give up.
所以到了一个他准备真的是今天不干了，
Can't take this anymore.
我再受不了了。
Prabhupada had invited some godbrothers for lunch.
泡泡就邀请了他的其他的神兄弟来吃午餐。
So now she's got these senior sannyasis. She's a woman. She's trying to keep her head covered.
因为泡泡他这些神兄弟也是这些托钵僧，而且是非常资深的，所以这个马特记就准备把头盖起来。
And trying to serve.
然后就说，因为你在这个修行人面前呢，要
It's falling off while she's serving.
就说
Keep it on, sweating.
so much love， 好多的爱。
Trying to keep it on, falling off.
然后就是边煮啦，然后出去派菜，有时候会溜了掉下来，就一边弄一边弄一边派啊，给那些神牙西啊这些人服务，然后就是不好意思。
She's serving sannyasis. She's got to keep her head covered.
因为他是在服务真手僧，所以他头发要盖着。
And Prabhupada turns to his godbrothers.
那泡泡就转头转到他的神兄弟面前。
And he said, she would slit her throat for me.
泡泡跟他的神兄弟说：“我这个门徒，我这个女门徒，她会为我这样子断头、断手我会付出我的生命。
And I would slit my throat for her.
但是我同时会为她割掉我的舌头，如果有必要的话，我会把头砍掉给她。”
Needless to say, she was cooking the next day.
所以不用说啊，这个马多基第2天继续做饭。
So it's about love. It's not about external.
所以这个重点是在于爱，而不是说外在的状况。
That's what bhakti is about.
这是奉爱的核心。
External is important, so it's not the essence.
当然啦，所谓外在情况也是重要，但是不是这个核心。
It's a well-known story, but you may not know it.
一个很有名的故事，也许你们不晓得。
Krishna was invited to have his meals with Duryodhana, but Duryodhana was envious of Krishna, so Krishna didn't want to eat at his house.
Krishna 被邀请到 Duryodhana 家里吃饭，但是 Duryodhana 又是嫉妒着 Krishna， 所以 Krishna 去到那儿也不想吃那边的东西。
He decided he would go to the home of Vidura.
所以 Krishna 决定他去 Vidura 家里去。
So in the social system, although Vidura is a liberated soul, but in his pastimes on earth, he was in the Shudra class.
当然了，这是个在社交礼仪的礼仪上呢，Vidura 当然是一个很进步的灵魂，但是在社会的阶层，他是属于
Shudra.
他是属于Shudra 是第四层。
The 4 classes, that's the lowest class.
在4个阶层里面，就是最低层的了。
So he came to Vidura's house, but he didn't tell him he was coming. He just showed up.
他去 Vidura 的家里，他也没先跟他事先通知，他就自己蹦了到他家去了。
What would you do if Krishna just showed up at your house?
如果 Krishna 就不跟你先说，就到你家，你会怎么办？
很开心，哇
Happy, so happy.
So, yeah, you'd be happy. That's true. So they ran to get an offering, and so they got some bananas.
所以他们就看到 Krishna 赶快忙着找东西啊，就找到香蕉。
So they were peeling the bananas.
所以他们就剥香蕉皮。
And instead of serving Krishna bananas, they served him banana peels.
因为他们这么一急啊，就给 Krishna 吃了香蕉皮，而不是香蕉。
And just like this purport says, if you offer Krishna out of ecstatic love a flower, he'll even eat the flower.
就像这样子里面说的，即使说你在狂喜里面，你对 Krishna 供奉这个花 ，Krishna 非常喜爱啊，他的花都吃下去了。
So he ate the banana peel.
所以 Krishna 就吃了这香蕉皮。
And to him it was enjoyable.
对 Krishna 来觉得这是哎呀很享受的事。
Saturated with bhakti. Tastes really good.
满满都是奉爱，这个滋味非常的美。
That's it.
就是这样子。
So the other day I read something that Prabhupada said that really touched me.
前几天我读了一些Prabhupada说的，然后有一些真的触动我心。
And I think we could meditate on this the rest of our life.
我想我们可以一辈子去冥想这个情况。
Prabhupada said, you want to love somebody.
Prabhupada说，你想要去爱某个人。
And Krishna wants to love you.
而 Krishna 想要爱你。
Let that sink in. Just let it sink in.
所以让这个你们去想着，然后进到你脑海里去想。
You want to love somebody.
你要去爱一个人。
And Krishna wants to love you.
而 Krishna 要爱你。
So
哇！
So what are you going to do about it?
那你要怎么办呢？
我爱几个人。
We're going to love more people.
Then Krishna will love more love us. 那 Krishna 是不是如果我们都爱几个人，是不是 Krishna 会
If we love more people, Krishna will love us more.
Yeah.
哦，哇，那岂不是赚了？
Then you are the winner. Actually, you win over.
Wow.
Who is the winner?
But Krishna already loves us.
但是 Krishna 已经爱我们了。
Now, what are we doing?
那我们在做什么呢？
And you're going to love somebody.
你总是会需要去爱某个人的。
You know how bad it is when someone loves you and you don't love them back?
你知道有一个情况很糟糕，如果有人爱你，但你不爱那个人，
It's horrible, isn't it?
太可怕了吧？
You ever been in a situation?
你有没有这种的？
You love somebody and they're like, get away.
你爱一个人，另外人说你滚吧，
It's horrible.
太可怕了。
That's what we're doing to Krishna.
这是我们对 Krishna 做的事。
He loves us.
他爱着我们，
And we're going to love somebody.
但我们总是自然会去爱人的。
Just meditate on that. It's really
让我们
deep.
去想着这一点，
Isn't it?
不是吗？
So that's it.
是，
That's what Krishna wants.
这是 Krishna 要的。
it is said
这么说，
that Krishna has everything. So why would he want our love?
既然 Krishna 什么都有了，他为什么要我们的爱？
Well, he doesn't have everything.
你的是还
No.
Krishna 是没有理由的，
How can you say he doesn't have everything?
你怎么可以说他什么都有了？
Because he doesn't have our heart.
因为他没有我们的心。
Every person in the material world, he doesn't have their heart.
这世界上每个人都有个心，可是 Krishna 没有我们的心。
And more than anything, that's what Krishna wants.
所以不管什么了，都已经有了，就是 Krishna 就是要我们的心。
So when you give your heart
你把心给了
in
他，
service, that's what pleases Krishna, because that's the thing he doesn't have, and that's what he wants.
那我们呢把心给了他，为他做服务，这是 Krishna 最高兴的，这是因为他没有，他非常喜欢这个，
Isn't that amazing?
这很惊奇吧？
He actually wants your heart.
他真的是要你的心。
You're thinking, why would he care about me?
那他怎么会去关心我？他既然要我的心，他关心我什么？
I'm just an ordinary Chinese man or woman.
What's
Why
this thing?
would he care about me?
我只是一个普通的中国男子、女子，他会在乎我吗？
What does he like about me?
他喜欢我什么？
What did I ever do for him?
我曾经对他做过什么事啊？
All I did was turn my back on him.
我常常就是背叛他啦，转头不管他啦。
And still he loves me and he wants me back.
虽然我对他这么不好，但是他还是这么爱我，还是想要我回来。
That's amazing.
这是真的很惊奇吧？
Isn't it?
不是吗？
He wants a relationship with every one of you.
可是想要跟每个人都有关系的，他都要这个关系的，
And he's waiting.
而且他在等着。
Just meditate on that. It's heavy.
这个是很沉重的啊，很重的一句话，但是我们要去冥想。
And if you want to add heaviness to it,
如果你还要再给它加上重量的话，
add the fact that we turned our back on him originally.
我们要去加上这一点。最开始是我们自己背向 Krishna，
It's not neutral.
所以没有中立的性质，没有平等的情况。
If we're here, we turned our back.
我们在这里，我们如果在这个世界，是因为我们背向他了。
And he still wants a relationship.
虽然我们背向他，他还是要有这个关系。
And what do we say?
那我们说什么呢？
I'll think about it.
我们跟 Krishna 说，我想一想吧，
Maybe later when I'm older.
等我老一点的时候再说，
When this and that happens.
或是等什么样的情况我再来吧。
When devotees do this, when devotees do that, then I'll think about it.
哎呀，这个奉献者做这件事，他做那件事，那我自己再说吧，等等之后再说吧。
And we've been making those excuses for millions of lifetimes.
这样子我们就，
And we're still making them.
所以上百万辈子我们继续找借口，一直在那边有借口，一直往后延。
Every desire for sense gratification is an excuse to Krishna's face why I don't want to love him. That's what it is.
每一个感官享乐的欲望呢，都是我们不想要 Krishna 的借口。
Every drop of envy,
任何一滴的嫉妒
jealousy,
也是嫉妒的一种
lust, anger, and greed
这物欲、贪婪愤怒
is a preference to give in to our animal instincts instead of love Krishna.
嫉妒、贪婪、愤怒是这种倾向，让我们投入动物般的状态，而且是让我们背向 Krishna 的一个倾向。
That's what it is.
就是这样子。
Sorry to be so honest.
对不起，我这么诚实。
That's what our scriptures say.
这是我们经典所说的。
That's what it is.
这是这样子的情况。
We turned our back on Krishna.
我们自己背向 Krishna，
And we keep turning our back.
而我们一直背的转的不堪拿。
And he's saying, I love you.
但是 Krishna 说我爱你，
And you're going to love somebody.
但是你却去爱别人，
So why don't you love me?
你为什么不爱我？
Why do you love your body?
你为什么爱你的身体？
Why do you love so many things?
你为什么爱那么多东西啊？
So therefore, in the practice of bhakti, the whole thing is to cultivate our love. That's everything.
所以在奉爱的程序，所有的细节都是在培养我们的爱。
Krishna has a unique relationship with every living entity.
Krishna 跟每一个生物都有一个独特的关系存在。
And there's a special relationship where Krishna tastes a specific pleasure from each one of us that's different.
那 Krishna 跟我们每一个人的这个独特的关系，每一个关系都有独特的这个滋味 ，Krishna 非常喜欢的。
And Krishna has a special taste that you get in the relationship.
而且 Krishna 跟
That
我
she
们，
doesn't get. And she has her own taste that she doesn't get.
然后我们每个人都跟 Krishna 有关系，但是我们每个人从 Krishna 那边得到这种关系上的品味，每个人都不同的。
Special.
特别的。
What are you waiting for?
你们在等什么？
Another life?
等爱。
Waiting for love。
Another life?
要再等下辈子吧。
Try it again?
再从头再尝试一次吧。
So, to be Krishna conscious, you have to have some intelligence.
所以要有 Krishna 知觉，也需要有一点智力要一点脑筋。
And this is an opportunity that I couldn't get in billions of lifetimes.
那现在是这个机会了，我已经上百亿世都没有办法得到。
And now I have it.
现在我有了。
Don't do anything stupid to lose it.
不要再做蠢事，然后把这个就是不小心漏手了，失掉了，
Yes?
是吧？
Yeah.
Okay. So you have any questions or comments?
各位有没有任何问题或评论、意见，
Arguments?
或是要有争论、有辩论的，
Clarifications?
或是要澄清的事，
Challenges?
要挑战的？
Yes?
什么时候才知道自己跟 Krishna 是什么关系？
When will we know we have a relationship with Krishna? In terms of we know we have this specific relationship with Krishna.
It happens on the stage of Bhava.
在这个奉爱的Bhava的阶段，
So we're a few stages away.
我们还离那里还差好几步，
Maybe many stages away.
或者很多步，还离很远。
As long as you're in this world and affected by it, you're not going to know your relationship. You have to get out of the material energy.
只要我们还受物质世界的影响的话，我们没办法知道。我们要虽然在这个世界，但要超越这物质能量的影响。
You basically have to be attached to Krishna.
基本上你就是完全依附 Krishna 了，那个阶段。
Sufficiently.
要有足够的依附的程度才会知道。
In various stages of Bhava, the relationship will be revealed.
当到这个我们对 Krishna 奉爱的到Bhava这个阶段的时候，我们跟 Krishna 那个独特的关系会自然揭示出来。
Your spiritual master can reveal it, the holy name can reveal it, but generally it's at that stage of Bhava.
那当然了，有一个部分是说，可以灵性老师把这个圣名揭示给你，把你跟 Krishna 的关系揭示给你。但是，一般这个是指到Bhava的这个阶段才会展示出来。
It's by far the best thing you can get in this world or in any world.
基本上这是在这个世界我们可以拿到最好的阶段。
Nothing compares to it.
而且那么高崇高的阶段，没有什么可以相比的。
It's very expensive to get.
代价很高，很贵的。
It's got a very high price.
很高价的。
比如说什么？
所以 you cannot even get it with money.
You have to want it so badly.
你必须要死要活就要它。
That you will do anything to get it.
你会不顾一切，一定要得到的。
That's the price.
这种代价。
I have to get this no matter what.
不论发生什么事，我一定要得到这个 Krishna 的
I
爱。
don't care about anything, but this, I have to get this.
什么都不管，我就是要这个，就是要这个。
That's the price.
是这样的代价。
Somehow or other, I'll never give up.
不管发生什么事，我永远不放弃，
Don't ever give up
永远不放弃，
till you get it.
直到我拿到手了。
And Maya's going to come.
玛雅总是会一直来侵袭。
She's going to say, you don't want this, it's too hard.
玛雅会跟你悄悄说，你不需要这个啊，这太难了，不要了。
You're fine the way you are.
你现在这个样子不是挺好的吗？
Why are you making so much sacrifice?
你干嘛做那么多牺牲啊？
Just take it easy.
慢慢来吧，
Why
放
are
轻
you doing,
松。
why are you doing all this austerity? Nobody does all this austerity.
你干嘛这么苦行啊？没人这么苦。
Why are you following some ancient religion?
你为什么去跟循着什么古老的宗教
You don't even know if it's true.
啊？
You don't even know if it's true.
你甚至不知道那是不是真的。
Just go out and have a good time.
出去玩吧，好玩的去玩一玩吧，
It's okay.
没关系的。
That's what you're going to have to deal with.
那这是你要去处理的事。
Would you have that excessive greed? I want Krishna. Then nothing will stop you.
如果你有这么强烈的贪婪的话，要 Krishna， 贪心到一定要 Krishna， 那就没有什么东西可以阻止你了。
Yeah.
对于新人来说的话，要怎么尝试怀着爱心去供奉东西给 Krishna？
新人本身是啊。If a person is a new member, how the person can have that mood with offering with love？
Very good question.
非常好的问题。
Because she just asked, well, the answer I gave to her was, love is a very high stage.
刚刚他问了，我基本上跟他回答的就是说，爱是非常崇高的阶段。
So you have to define love according to the stage you're on.
所以你必须要去根据你自己的程度去定义爱。
So when you begin bhakti, you have a little bit of love.
当你开始奉爱的程序的时候，你有一点点爱，
And it grows and grows and grows.
然后一直在长，一直在长啊，成
And then
长
when you
的。
come to bhava, it's completely mature.
当你一
Well,
直
almost mature.
一直奉爱的爱一直在成长，到了巴瓦，几乎等于是成熟的阶段，爱的成熟的阶段。
On earlier stages, Prabhupada would still use the word love, serve Krishna with love.
当然，最开始的阶段，包括还是用这个“爱”这个字，就是说你会用爱来服务 Krishna。
And he simply meant do the service for Krishna's pleasure.
而且他不管你什么程度，基本上的用意就是说，为了取悦 Krishna， 你去做这个服务，
That's all.
就是这样子。
You can do that,
你是可以这么做的，
whatever your service is.
不管你是什么服务，
Krishna, I offer you this service for your pleasure.
就心态当中 ，Krishna， 我是为了你的快乐取悦你，我做这个服务。
So for us, on this level, that's our love.
所以对我们来讲，我们在这个阶段，这是爱。
Krishna, here's an offering. Please accept it.
就说 Krishna， 这是我的供奉，请你接受。
This is what I brought you.
Krishna， 这是我给你的。
I don't have any love, but I'm just offering it for your pleasure.
我没有什么爱，但是我只是希望让你快乐，我的供奉。
That's what we can offer on this level.
所以在我们的阶段，我们是可以这样来去供奉的。
Or whatever service you offer your guru. I'm useless, but please accept it.
所以不管你对你guru的供奉什么，你要这个心态，我是没有用的人，但是我这样做给你，所以我希望你可以接受。
I don't know if I do things right, but I offer this out of love. Please
我不知
accept it.
道这样对不对，但是我是用爱来给你供奉的，
That's what it means to be a disciple
这就是门徒的意义，
or a devotee.
不是一个奉献者的意义。
So you're going to love Krishna on that level.
所以都要这样的去爱着 Krishna。
What do you think?
你们认为如何？
It's not so difficult.
不太难吧？
It's too difficult.
Prabhupada said no. What was his words? Anyway, no hidden agenda, no other motive. No other. No personal motive.
就是爸爸说的，就是说没有任何个人的自私的动机。
That's love.
那是爱，没有个人自私的动机，那是爱。
Anything else?
其他问题、意见？
Time to go to sleep?
要去睡觉了是吧？
Get up at 1:30?
早上1点半起床了。
Chant 32 rounds?
念32圈。
48 rounds?
或是念48圈。
Well, if you get up at 1:30.
算了吧，1点半算了吧。
And you take breakfast at 9:30, then you could chant 64 rounds before breakfast.
1点半起床，然后你到9点半吃早餐的话，你64圈可以念完，8个小时，1点半到9点半。
What to speak if you don't sleep tonight?
更何况你今天晚上不睡觉的，
You could chant a lot of rounds.
你可以念诵很多。
I have a program tonight. I want to chant all night. So 你想来看还是 If anyone want to join, can come.
在这儿吗？
No, no.
哦，他说他今天晚上想在他家里做整夜念诵唱诵，有没有人要参加
Anybody wants, can come.
She wants to have a overnight japa or kirtan. If anyone wants to come, can join her in her house.
Sounds good.
听起来是很棒的。
You want to go?
The last time I tried, I couldn't stay awake. And Prabhupada said, you can do it as long as you don't sleep the next day.
Yeah. But Vidya Puna Maharaj also said, you, in my opinion, do that. Vijala, many devotees.
They did that.
Yeah, they did that. But Bhakti Vidya Puna Maharaj said, next day you should continue your service.
Yeah.
Before the sunset, you shouldn't sleep.
Yeah, that's hard.
老师说啊，如果你要整夜不睡这样做念诵什么的，这个条件是你第二天不要白天去睡觉，就是你这个先决条件啊，明天白天不要去睡觉，等到明天就是明天你照样要做的工作服务啊去做。然后他说，在玛雅普有一个灵性老师也是这么说 ，Bhakti Vidya Puna Maharaj也是这么说，你第二天还是要照常去做你的服务或是你的工作啊，不要跑去睡觉，日落之前都不要去睡，第二天。
Anyway, open invitation.
公开的邀请
You
函。
can't sleep the next
Who
day.
wants to come?
Well, we have one so far.
现在至少一个人。
Mark.
He had a question.
I just said, is it important to chant every day?
Every day.
Yes,
Oh,
chant.
is
And
there-
how many times? Because I'm just beginning, so I don't know how many times I should chant with speed.
How long?
Can I use this speed?
You can, yeah,
Can this speed?
if you like,
Because
yeah,
it's portable. I can carry it everywhere.
yeah.
So I have to use the.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Yes.
How much time do you have free to chant?
But I think it depends on if I have time, I will chant.
Yeah.
But depends.
You gradually work your way up so you can chant 2 hours every day.
How?
That leaves you 22 hours left. That is like 1/12.
I think if it is possible, I would like to read more books about Bhagwat Gita.
Yeah, do both. Chanting is essential. Yeah. And so is reading. Do both as much as you can.
But I think, in my opinion, I think chanting would be waste of a lot of time. If I can read more books instead of chanting, is it possible?
You'll never understand what's in the books if you don't chant. Because you have to purify your heart because the knowledge is not material. So you have to be in a condition where you can receive that knowledge. And the chanting is most. You have to do it every day, then you'll understand. Then you'll see how important it is. You'll have experience and you'll realize it'll change your whole consciousness. And the reading goes together. They work well together.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
他说他是很新的人，所以他不知道念诵是不是要每天念诵，是不是很重要，然后每天要念多长的时间。他说又因为他喜欢读书阅读，他觉得好像念诵浪费时间，那他想多读一点。但是老师的回答说两者都要做。如果你很喜欢看书是很好，可是如果你没有去念诵的话，你不会懂得这个书里面的意思。所以，然后如果慢慢的增加，你会变成可以很容易2个小时去念，这样子每天固定去做，而且每天去做，你会有得到那些滋味、那些经验。
Every day.
每天。
Something every day.
总是每天总要做一些什么。
And try to increase.
那渐渐的增加，慢慢的增加。
Slowly. Okay.
So I think he let me speak instead of.
他说他自己手上这种珠子也可以念吧？这个答案是的。
You can use both.
2种都可以啊。
With the other beads you can count 108, so it's for counting.
我们念诵了108颗，你可以直接数成一圈。那这个你的数的方式就要不一样。
Whatever works for you.
只要对你有效的都可以。
Okay. Thank you very much.
非常谢谢。
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.